Well, the first round of the playoffs are in the books, and the more things change, they say, the more they stay the same. Is that the old cliche? Or how about this? How about the definition of insanity is to continue doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result? And Georgia and the media are doing the same stuff that they were doing before. So let's talk about this insanity. How's it going out today, boys and girls in sporting land? Like I said, the first round of the playoffs are in the books, and Georgia and the media, to me, are making some of the same mistakes that they made the week leading up to the SEC championship game. Well, before we get to all that, I am JPC. I am the outlaw of college football, the OCF of college football. And this is the home of the Common Joe and Common Side of the Know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Now, let's get right to it. Oh, Georgia. Georgia. I understand that this is a revenge game for you guys, but why can't you just come in quietly, man? Why can't you just walk into this game quietly and show a little humbleness about yourself, right? A little humble pie, so to speak. But they haven't. Right out of the gate, man, they're already doing it. They're already disrespecting Alabama once again. So what you're basically doing, Kirby and the media and Georgia, if you want to end this reign of Alabama as your, that's right, your national champions, and you don't want them to repeat, well, then you need to at least try to come in a little more humble. And it still may not help you. You still may lose the ball game, irregardless. But the Las Vegas line is not doing Georgia any favors out of the gate. It may change throughout the week. It's going to be a long week, 10 days, leading up to this game. The line could change drastically. It could be that Alabama ends up being favored after everybody gets their bets in. But right now, the Alabama's being called the underdog. We are the defending national champions, Alabama is, and they're ranked higher than Georgia, and yet they still got Georgia ranked, or not Georgia ranked, but Georgia with a 2.5 point, being a 2.5 point favorite over a team that beat them not even a month ago, beat them by 17 points. So, what are we learning from this? Well, what has Georgia learned from this? But what really gets me, though, this is what they say, the media. Oh, Georgia had to have a loss to wake them up. That's what they needed. This is what they needed to get their attention focused on Alabama. Your attention should have been focused on Alabama the first go-around, and you wouldn't have to worry about playing Alabama a second time. See, that's the problem. What y'all don't realize is you've given Alabama life. If you had not let Alabama beat you the first time, you wouldn't have to worry about conjuring up all these fantastic revenge storylines and yada, yada, yada. You'd already have the mission completed, but you just can't do it, man. You just can't overcome the Alabama hump for some reason. It's because I think you disrespect them. If you disrespect the team, it gives them a lot more motivation. And I thought this time around it would be different, but it's not. You already have the media talking heads on there, talking about how this is going to be different because, and this is what really kills me, because Georgia looked like they corrected everything against Michigan. Georgia looks so much better against Michigan. They're back to the old Georgia, not allowing people to score more than 17 points a game. Although their average is a lot better than that. But what they said is nobody could score more than 17 on them. And Alabama showed them that wasn't the case. But it kills me that they keep talking about, oh, they look so much better against Michigan. Okay, that's Michigan. Once again, that's not Alabama. That's Michigan. And that was back in the regular season. That was Kentucky. That was Tennessee. That was Georgia Tech. But it wasn't Alabama. And that's the point. In order for y'all to beat Alabama, I think, what you're going to have to do, first of all, is show them respect before you play them. Give them their just due. Give them their respect. And don't come into the game overconfident. And you might have a chance this time. But I think it's too late, man, because they're already starting that mess, man. Every single one of those talking heads on ESPN tonight were talking about how Georgia has refocused and how they now know what they have to do in order to correct their mistakes against an Alabama team that they supposedly should have beat. Now, I can understand you saying you should have beat somebody when you only lose by one score, maybe. But you lost by 17 points. So, I don't know what to tell you anymore, Georgia. I mean, like I said at the beginning, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And it just doesn't look to me like y'all really learned your lesson. So I think this game is probably going to be a lot more like the last game they played. Alabama may not score 41 on them this time. I'll give them that. But I still fully expect Alabama to score between 28 and 31 points in this game. And I think that will be enough to win this game. Maybe not by 17. But I could see Alabama winning this game by a couple of scores again. Maybe 31-21, maybe 35-21 or something like that. Haven't really decided yet. I'm going to give a prediction on this game maybe later on in the week. But this is the issue I wanted to address tonight, is the disrespect coming from Georgia and the media out of the gate already. And with that, I'm going to get off of here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And always, as always, KMCA to all the other teams.